It's heating up out here. It's so draining, like being trapped in a sauna. Isn't green tea meant to be good for chasing away the heat? Paimon thinks she heard that somewhere. Why don't we head to Elon Wharf and give it a try?
नई चीज़ आई हुई ट्रेसिंग वैनिस ट्रेल्स सतलाली को कितने दिन रह गए 4 दिन रह गए 37 हेडफोन किधर है
Appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost... I'm just glad we finally took down these
Don't forget to take...
Looks like Yelan's friend left.
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you would. And 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
More than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler.
स्टोरी क्वेस्ट
Anything
नई नहीं आई है इनके
Ooh,
ऊपर फोकस
so you're
करेंगे
tracking down some criminals?
और मैक्सिमम
They've
स्किप
got
ही मार दूंगा
some
मैं
nerve
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, Mora laundering.
Laundry? What does that have to do with more?
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possess. So you cover your tracks, create a front, and this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat. Then, when the items go to auction, this process allows him to That's to be expected, I suppose. In Liue goods being used in. So, instead of getting to.
Okay, but if you go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then...
Not a bad plan, Paimon. If you were the mastermind.
Oh, yeah. No, wait! Even if... Oh. Even if you track down the goods, if this...
It's not just a matter of who's at the... Tracking down the goods is already... So the most logical... You start small. You find...
Well, wait! So you...
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith, those spies just now were his most important agents. The two people... The first is Corday. They're under pressure to salvage the situation. They think keeping tabs on Office... But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her. So... I'm curious how you take to this.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're... Let's do it!
I admire yourself. Let me be the one. Getting started is always the hardest part, but the dark fight, and I think I...
ये चीज़ है सेकंड लॉक का भी आप फर्स्ट ही कर सकते हैं हम इन्वेस्टिगेशन फोकस मोड अनेबल
Bring it!
All right, let's start our investigation here.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh, guess so. Paimon can see the port of Elon Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith used it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of Oh, let's hear it. Not too far off it. The Millilith maintain an impeccable... This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals. and deduce their pattern. So we should be able to find traces of the...
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and... Well, all set. Remember, an eye for detail.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे हम जाके.
My potted plant on the porch just died again. I was watering it every day.
Photo already obviously taken.
Hey. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon...
Key.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. What if the mill...
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as... All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse. Like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Paimon can just see their smug faces getting a...
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active, and wasn't among those caught by officers. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let... I had a hunch this area was being... Any ideas? Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold you. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Minuet.
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage... Well, our next destination...
और 451 मीटर दूर है जाके टेलीपोर्टेशन. पदयात्रा करनी होगी, उसके आसपास कोई टेलीपोर्टेशन भी नहीं है. नहीं 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 नहीं। वाह, नीचे ही आगे हट गया। ये तो नीचे आ गई रे बाबा। ऐसे थोड़ी बात बनेगी, इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऐसे थोड़ी होगी। अरे इवेंट, रुको इसकी फोटो डालता हूँ मैं। एक मिनट, इसका स्क्रीनशॉट अपडेट होगा ना, सेटिंग में अपडेट हो जाएगा। एक मिनट। अब ठीक है, मैं भी। ओ 50 बड़े जल्दी मिल गए। 50 जेम बड़ी जल्दी मिल गए यार।
Burn it down. Bring it.
And nothing out of the ordinary here either.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you. The evidence could be even more well hidden this time.
एविडेंस
All set?
एविडेंस एविडेंस।
All right. I know you have an eye for detail.
You begin your investigation. A photo area taken by. Compare the photo with the current state of the area. चौथी चीज़ क्या हो सकती है? फुटप्रिंट, ये भी एविडेंस है। फुटप्रिंट भी एविडेंस होते हैं।
This must be it! The secret base where they stash their goods!
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. This isn't their home turf, so
खोल जा
I'll take
समझे।
it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but good point. Yellow doesn't make mistakes like that.
पाइमॉन की आवाज़ बड़ी अजीब लग रही है यार अब।
Alright, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow! That was fast! You must do the—
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his two lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction.
You got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole—
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand, so let's meet back up at Yilong Wharf in 2 days.
आगे दो ही आए खुले हैं अभी। अनलॉक एक दिन में अनलॉक होगा अभी। बाकी अनलॉक नहीं हुआ ये वाला मिशन। आर्कन क्वेस्ट एक्ट 2। वॉरियर ड्रीम लाइक स्प्रिंग ग्रास रिमेनिंग। इसकी स्टोरी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करनी पड़ेगी हमें। टेलीपोर्टेशन का इस्तेमाल करो आगे से ज़्यादा। सिट ला ली, हिला ली, सिट ला ली। पिंक ही निकल रहा है अपने को।
I'm glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with similar tastes
ये
to
कौन सा
sustain a
करेक्टर है?
pleasant conversation.
कावे।
Nice to meet you. I'm Kave, an architect. If you have a project you'd like me to work on, then I'll need a detailed description of what you have in mind.
सीरियसली ये कौन सा करेक्टर है? अरे मैं करेक्टर का नाम ही पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ। कावे निकला है, कावे। ओके स्वॉर्ड का इस्तेमाल करता है। एक मिनट, पार्टी सेट में इसको इस्तेमाल करके देखते हैं क्या है इसकी एबिलिटीज। नाहिदिया की तरह लग रहा है ये।
I'll take care of this.
ओ, इसके पास ये कौन सा जादू का बैग है भाई।
Sight clear.
एक मिनट, ये स्वॉर्ड को हाथ से नहीं घुम। ओके,
Scanning. Tuh.
ओ भाई, ये मैजिक का इस्तेमाल कर।
Yeah.
सीरियसली, वाह। एक मिनट, वेपन में कोई धाकड़ सी है मेरे पास। 3 स्टार भी चलेगी इसके लिए। ओ, मेरे पास ये वाली है फिलहाल 4 स्टार में। एट्रीब्यूट, इसको लेवल अप कर लेते हैं। प्रोजेक्टाइल है इसका ये।
Sight clear. Yeah. Tuh.
नए नए कैरेक्टर निकल रहे हैं जिनकी स्टोरी भी नहीं पता हमें।
This should be where Kokumi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by
Guraru, Goru.
Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. We could split into 2 teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. Then again, Madame Kokumi...
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrive. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave?
Her Excellency's directives also...
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island?
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into 2 teams.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll watch yourselves. We'll be back short.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us.
Scanning.
Crisp. Let's move. This time, let's end this quickly.
Time to buckle down. The end of our legacy.
end this quickly.
Light up the blazing sun! Full throttle!
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire. Arson attack on the person. Leave us no choice but to attack. Can't do it, comrades. Let's make them regret it. Not breaking a sweat.
Breaking new ground.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Wrath from the skies! Incinerate! Try and stop me! Light up the blazing sun!
Done.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see! Oh, wow! This is a whole book! Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old
Hello,
guy
Power of
was
Gamer
grumbling
भाई,
about
कैसे हो?
being forced to build houses. Said that
The spirit of the resistance is alive anyway. We're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory.
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but they used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping...
Power of Gamer.
Paimon would sit ready when you are.
अब जाके स्टार्ट हुआ है भाई ये। भाई ये बाइक वाला कैरेक्टर कैसे निकला? ये आया था पिछले में, तब निकाला था मैंने। ये इसमें आया था। अब तो ये दिसंबर में आएगा जाके। इस बार सिलाली के लिए कर रहे हैं, क्या पता सिलाली निकलेगी नहीं निकलेगी, कोई आइडिया नहीं।
Is it time for our session?
Stay close and you will live.
I don't sense any.
भाई कब से खेल रहे हो? पिछले साल करी थी शुरू दिसंबर में।
Sweet dreams.
Burn it down! Light it up!
जॉब करता हूँ मैं।
Full throttle! Rise with the sun!
Turn that frown upside down.
Light it up!
Wait, aren't you... Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish too, but I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. In fairness, the battle isn't long over and...
कितने
well,
प्राइमोस
perhaps it isn't quite
हैं
over
आपके
then.
पास?
You know what I
फिलहाल
mean?
अभी स्पेन करा है
Every
तो
single
40
person
बचे
with
होंगे
death in
अब।
the face that day.
40 की 20 रह गए हैं।
It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. I
38
don't know what else it could be,
38
but
स्पिन
what
हो
I
गए
do
मेरे।
know is that as long as her
50
and
पे
all the
निकलेगी
more
मे
so
भी।
now that you're back.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask...
हिमाचल।
Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun. Settled.
मैं हरियाणा से बढ़िया।
Settled. Not that I would necessarily. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. So,
Seems he's about to fall asleep.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency... Exactly. Everyone... Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run
वहाँ
in
तो
with
बारिश हो रही
Tatsumi.
होगी।
They caught them conspiring to get...
I knew it!
बारिश
The
है?
Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. I'll never
बाढ़ आ
change.
रही है।
Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Shh, keep your voice down.
Hey there. What you talking about?
मैं घर पे नहीं हूँ ना।
Captain!
मैं जहाँ
you're
जॉब
back.
करता हूँ वहाँ पे हूँ।
Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just... No, let's not mention it. She's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been her idea. I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there.
Hush hush।
But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So,
भाई जॉब,
I'm innocent.
भाई जॉब से फ्री होके ही करते
You're as
हैं,
guilty as
जॉब
they
से
come.
खा
You
क्या
never
बात
should
है,
have
जॉब के
allowed to
टाइम पे
set
कौन
foot on this
करेगा?
island, let alone do
जब
business here.
जॉब का टाइम होता है तब
Take
जॉब
him
करते
away.
हैं, और फ्री टाइम है तो फ्री टाइम में खेल रहा हूँ ना मैं।
Wait!
कोकोनी,
There you are! Something's
कोकोमी,
going down over here! You should take a look! Pronto!
जॉब की टाइमिंग अलग है,
Your
ये मेरी फ्री
Excellency,
टाइमिंग है।
this merchant is
फ्री टाइमिंग में
suspected
खेल
of
रहा हूँ मैं।
criminal act. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases.
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether
कंपनी में
this
करते हैं
merchant
काम हम।
is guilty or not, we must give him the chance. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's in... Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps...
Of course, I can explain. I'm a trader on the island. But then I was robbed by.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his good. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now?
हाँ,
This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fact? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. But on the way over here, It has been brought to my attention, yeah. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards.
काजू
We
को
will use
सारा,
the talks to
वो तो
discuss
आर्चर
future
अपनी है ना।
plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a
कोकोमी,
trap.
ये भी क्यूट है यार।
Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. But that's where.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retreat, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission. I expect you to fully comply with our
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I look
25.
forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you. If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Burn it down!
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it? Looks pretty heavily guarded. How are we supposed to get in? Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't our enemies in the light while we are in the shadows. I think option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder cake. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. But option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water
Wow, that's our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though.
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a project. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared. It seems that you share my strategic sensibilities. This is my preferred tactic. It places us in the least amount of danger. Let's work together to give them the surprise of their life.
Rest and rebuild. Ah, usual. Shower me with praise.
Well met. Let's move.
Pyroclastic surge!
You can't run.
Switching gears.
Don't be a killjoy. Went too far.
The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright.
Time to relax.
Let's move. Have a load of this.
Inazuma shines eternal! Ha!
Strike him.
You haven't seen the last of us. Isn't over.
Covenant of the Deep.
Looks like I went too far.
Rest and rebuild.
Let's move out.
There is no escape! Rise with the sun!
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
Alright, time to take a look around. Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it. So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we?
Don't worry, I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Yeah, let's get this up. Bring it!
कैसे पहुंचा जाए इस तक? एक मिनट, ये वियर्ड क्यों लग रहे हैं यहाँ पे सारे? ऊपर कैसे आए? कैसे कलेक्ट करें? तब भी सोचो नाहिटिया हो ना, फोटो खींच के मिल जाएंगे सीधे।
Let's hit the town.
आया हाथ, आ गया।
Light it up!
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue.
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods
इसके लो लग गए।
at rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this...
Wait a minute, but...
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems that the Tui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk? Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomi. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the Shogun's existence. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate have soured ever since. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history.
I know, it's just...
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure to
Wonderful. We're all counting on you.
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the captain of Swordfish too? Will she be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off the duck's back for you, huh?
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
Young lady?
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine.
Yay! The victory feast! Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game.
Great! See you tomorrow then!
Burn it down! Hip.
Huh. Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And as far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything.
Rise with the sun! Something to add to my collection. Light it up!
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
Rise with the sun! Hip. Hup. Hip.
पहुंच तो गए यहाँ पे पर अंदर बैठी थी जाके वेल डन
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast.
It's you. I apologize.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away!
No. It's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is completely spent.
You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruin guard?
No, it's just a figure of speech. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. And at first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and constantly communicating with people. You're somehow supposed to make but because of my bloodline. So, whenever I feel... Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I have to make a speech tonight.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized. I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all these petitions! So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Well, this is a lot of work for one person. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself. Hey, look! Could this be Swordfish Captain came back to...
That's just, give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking. It's gotta be this one. Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other... Ooh, it's pretty well, let's take it... Kokomi! Is this the book you wanted? Kokomi? Oh no! She's fallen asleep! Tonight's the victory feast! Not to mention that the peace talks look pretty exhausted. Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see? What time is it? Did I fall asleep? Yep. You've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast. I can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy!
Burn it down! Phew. Rise with the sun! Burn it down!
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin. Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough? Don't worry, I've got plenty. That's great! Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission, and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace. Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya. Recently, well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right?
Oh, no.
Ah, come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go talk to some others.
A friend of mine was really looking forward to this feast.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is. Beelzebub.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh, this guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation? What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see about that. You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us? We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatui, it didn't happen.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kinda make sense, but something about it doesn't feel right to Paimon. Yeah, everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away. A few things. The whole thing about the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They wanted the peace talks to break down.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozen means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow. but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe. I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot.
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Well, the peace talks are upon us. How do you feel? Here, take this. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex. I took the liberty of writing them all down.
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack, seize hostages. Wow, there are so many! But you've...
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility is, of course, mine to shoulder. Excellent. Okay, time to head off.
Light it up!
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou Commission.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything away from us. Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
ये क्या था? ये क्या था?
Which scenario number is this in the directives?
The last one, but hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for further orders. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequences. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So, what did they want out of it?
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance to continue the peace talks.
But of course, Madame Kujo. I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all in one fell swoop.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Bauro village.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare...
of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?
Burn it down! The flame burns on. Light it up! Rise with the sun! Rev the engines!
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi Island once more. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected of a divine priestess. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, and making sure everyone could live a happy life. But I realized now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
Chapter 1 complete.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Is there time to sneak in some dim sum first? Boom, boom. Nice! And boom, boom.
फोन बहुत गंदा हीट हो रहा है। Unlock one level 9. लोडिंग जा रही है इसमें।